Good Friday morning, everybody. This is Grace, and I did this video, I think it was Saturday, one day, and I didn't like the quality of it because the way the sun was hitting the windshield, and I cleaned the windshield, of course, after that. But anyway, it was about normalizing behaviors, narcissistic kind of behaviors, and I think we're seeing a lot more of that. Those were just old examples. One of them is going to make people think, what is that? But anyway, I thought I'd go ahead and put it up and see how it goes. It's coming. Good Saturday morning, everybody. This is Grace, and in this video, I'm going to talk about a behavior that some narcissistic type people do. It's called normalization. They basically try to normalize certain bad behaviors, and in my experience, what happens, this is just my opinion, is that their flying monkeys pick it up and they spread it around, and the next thing you know, it's pretty much a norm in society. It's considered a norm, and you know, then people, just anybody that's, you know, they don't have to be narcissistic, they think it's something wise to say that. They're the first person who's saying it, so therefore, you know, oh, they get some attention, no, they're smart, and all this kind of stuff. But I'm going to use different kinds of examples, and one of them is what's called ghosting. Okay, you gotta pardon me, I have allergies right now, suffering from allergies. It's tree pollen, by the way. And anyway, I did a video recently about online dating predators, and in that video, I believe that, unless I took the clip out, I mentioned this about men. I only date men, and I heard about this so much, and that's when men, it can be women, if you date women, they're there one day and then gone the next. You know, maybe they figure out they can't get what they want, or they did get what they want and they just left, and give you no reason, give the person no reason, and on down that line. They're just gone, you know. Well, I always had called it the coward's way out. But apparently it's got another term called ghosting, like a ghost. I didn't know that. Okay. On the way here, a funny example of this serious topic happened to me, but I think in a way it gives an example, a good one. I'm driving down the road, and luckily I'm going the speed limit, because I look up in my rearview mirror and there is a big police SUV tailgating me right on my tail. And I kept looking to make sure, is that a police officer? You know, no lights were on or anything. So, of course, I drive the speed limit. I'm driving the speed limit, and I'm coming up to a four-way stop, and I'm thinking, oh, I hope all my brake lights are working right, because I've been having trouble with one of my blinkers, and I thought that was the part where I had to turn. So that was going to make it even worse. So I kept looking, and he kept tailgating me. That's why I kept looking in my rearview mirror, or she. Anyway, I got to the four-way stop, and I looked up right before I got to it, and, you know, police car, you know, SUV still there. Got to the stop sign and stopped. I looked up, and it was gone. Totally just disappeared. Where did it go? There was no place. I know that part, although I did think that it was the other part. But it was gone. So that is kind of like, you know, this thing of ghosting. They're there one day, you know, 1 second, and gone the next. You don't know why. Where could they have gone? What had happened? I'm not sure where I left off. I know I was talking about ghosting, you know, and that's one example. You know, if a person starts making that the norm, you know, like a narcissist, you know, somebody puts out there, oh, well, that's normal, that's what you do, is you know, if you're not liking the relationship, then you just leave and you don't tell them why. You know, this kind of thing. No, that, like I used to call it, that's coward's way out. You know, be an adult. But there are also other things that we've heard, you've probably heard, and that is, you know, like when people say, boys will be boys, or women are only looking for this one thing. You know, and it becomes that this is acceptable behavior because they're saying, well, this is the norm. This is how it works. And so, of course, some people, you know, who are victims of, they might do that just to, you know, kind of help themselves. But when it becomes a norm, you know, thinking of a norm, that's narcissistic behavior, type of behavior that's considered the norm of society. You know, and it goes deeper than that, of course. Okay, again, I don't know where I left off, but I know I mentioned this about, like, boys will be boys, or all women are, you know, well, I didn't say it this way, but I've heard men say, oh, all women are gold diggers. Now, that is interesting, but anyway, they try to make something like it's the norm. And in families, kind of family system, it could be that they isolate the family members, or, you know, tell them that they can't talk to anybody outside of the family. And what they try to do is to make abuse to the family, like the children, be considered as a norm. You know, but when the children are not talking to anybody about what goes on in the family, they can do that. It's a manipulation. And now, I haven't had that. I'm going to say that because I know a lot of people like to counsel people if they even mention something, like as if they had that experience themselves. But no, not me. But yeah, it's a lot of different kinds of behaviors. And then normalization can be in many ways. I'm just giving some examples. There are a lot more examples I could give. But yeah, so we really need to be careful of what we say, and, you know, cognizant of what we say that we've heard other people say. You know, so it doesn't become this kind of norm. You know, the thought of the norm that is excused. And I mean, I just did a video about other things that people do, you know. But anyway, that's enough. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.